What is up, folks? New Adlan here, coming to you once again live for another session of Act Now Hot Issue. What's for lunch? We do apologize, obviously, because we're a tad bit late when we normally go live at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Maklumlah, dunia tidak sempurna. This is not a perfect world, but we try to be as much as we can. But we are still here with you, granted with a little bit of a delay because it is Friday anyway, right? Okay, Friday tu dia dah chill, dia dah tak boleh nak fikir banyak kan. But it's okay, it's fine. We are still here. We are still very, very much excited to actually share with you what is happening with the world in Malaysia specifically. What are the hottest issues around? Well, whatever it is, we would like to thank you guys so much for your patience and obviously all of your support watching our show right now. Don't forget to like, share, and comment on this video because this may be beneficial not just for you, but for your others, for your friends, for your acquaintance, siapa saja yang dalam your Facebook. So click that share button as quickly as you can, basically. And don't forget to actually download our Act Now mobile community app on the Google Play Store as well as the App Store to witness, or should I say to experience, the wonderness and the magicalness of the app, to give you the opportunity to become a better member of society, of your community, and taking care of others as well. All right, as always, I'm never alone when it comes to Hot Issue What's for Lunch. I'm with my partner in crime who always has something to say, and sometimes boleh pakai lah cakap dia sebenarnya. Mr. Melvin. Hey Melvin, what's up?
Yes, you have a technical hiccups.
Itulah pasal ada technical hiccups suddenly kan, macam gelabah like, why aren't we live? What's going on?
Because I think it's congested. I think
Ah,
our lines are congested. I mean, I know what to do at now. We are so popular. So I think it's jam up. So
no, I think people in the trade center is stealing our bandwidth a bit lah. They're having a lot of things happening over there dengan berpakaian merah macam kita kan.
no, I thought we actually can go down to UMNO and just say, oh, you also dress up for the UMNO meeting.
Exactly, that's why.
I just need a
Yeah,
songkok.
I ada songkok, tak apa. I boleh pinjam dekat you songkok. Okay,
I do have a songkok.
wow, you pun ada songkok juga. Okay.
I mean, this is probably the second time I say this morning. I do have a songkok. It used to be in my car because at those days I was I can be anytime called to Istana to see the royalty. So I always have my black coat and my songkok in my car. But now it's in my storeroom.
Nampak tak dulu Melvin gang istana you all don't play
No,
okay.
it's true because it's true. It's years back.
Yeah, years back, but I mean, like,
No, I'm
we're
talking about
happy.
congestions. Congestion is actually terrible. I mean, especially with the rain. It's heavy rain and the traffic is bad, and we got congested in the city. And my God! And at the time you probably want to go to the rush. You want to pee, and
How are you comparing congestion in going to pee? I'm trying to make sense.
no, okay. I just tell you, it's very logic. I think a lot of people experience in the cold day.
Okay.
Especially you have drink a lot of water.
Yep.
You tend to pee because it's not dehydrated from your body, so it's all in your reservoir. You need to release it, and you are in a car caught in a jam with a heavy rain. Apa you nak buat?
Yeah. So mungkin akan menjadi isu. Mungkin it's actually very, 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 very sensible for you to actually have, a couple of mineral water kosong ke ataupun plastic bag kosong supaya boleh ikat tepi or whatnot. Why are we even talking about this? Why are we making all this kind of talk? It's actually because of the topic that we want to bring around for our first edition, or should I say our first segment of Hot Issue this Friday. People all around the world may know already right now that contohnya, if you go to Singapore, for instance, should you want to drive your car into the city itself, CBD area lah, shopping area and whatnot, you need to pay congestion fees. Ini actually why they are doing this, to discourage people to drive into town due to the fact there's so many car owners out there, so many cars available out there, and they want to put a fee to anyone out there who wants to drive into town. They need to pay a toll congestion fee. Same goes with London as well. If you guys don't
Yes.
know, London as well, they do practice congestion fee as well. For such a big city like London, they do have millions of cars as well. So what trying to mengurangkan kenderaan masuk ke dalam bandar raya itu, they would enforce congestion fees, to deter people from driving in and start using public transportation, in substitute of a car. But now Malaysia, we are trying to impose that. Kita cuba sekarang untuk nak implement having congestion fees, but it has been said by our Minister of Roadworks, if I'm not mistaken, Ministry of Transportation actually, Dr. Wee Ka Siong. He's actually mentioning in his statement in Parliament recently is that congestion charges would only apply when a comprehensive public transport network is in place. This obviously makes sense, right?
Yes, it's in place, because the question is, when will it be in place?
Yep, that's the thing.
Talking
Itu
about
adalah soalan
solutions is
Cipu Mas
full of hope.
sebenarnya.
I mean, even though we have a lot public transport, but then it's still, people come share with me. I mean, share with a lot. It's very inconvenience. That they have to change stations.
No, I rasa orang Malaysia manja lah, Melvin. I think we are very manja kind of people. You know why? Speaking from experience, I had the I had the pleasure, I had the experience of living abroad and visiting other countries as well, looking how their infrastructures are. Yes, kita still kena tukar train. Yes, still kena tukar station. Kita kena naik daripada atas ke bawah. Even we had to walk, X amount of meters jauh juga from one station to another sometimes to reconnect to other lines and everything. But the fact that people are doing that very, very diligently and tak ada masalah pun, sebab itu I rasa Malaysians, kita dah biasa tau. I nak pergi mana, I nak pergi kedai, direct parking depan kedai and then turun kereta. I think we are that fortunate previously, and to take that away, so kita akan complain lah. I rasa macam tu, Melvin.
I don't know. Correct me if I'm right or wrong, because I do not take. I'm not really experienced taking MRT, LRT. The only time I took was a free ride of monorail when they started.
Free, have to emphasize the word free there.
Yeah, it was open for a week free, so I just jumped into a monorail, outside Lot 10, and that was my donkey years ago. But I do hear that because they start to compare in Singapore or in Hong Kong, when you change train, but you don't have to come up to the surface, to the road. I mean, to change to another stations. They all underground, nicely aircon and good ventilations. But here it seems, I say, correct me if wrong, they have to come out to other stations, coming up from the road to walk over. What if it's hot sun or under the raining period? That will cause some inconveniences.
Yeah. I agree with you on that, because again, kalau kita nak compare contohnya in Germany or in the UK, even in Hong Kong for that matter, or Japan, these countries experience 4 seasons. So diorang ada musim sejuk, ada musim panas.
Yeah.
So they don't really have to worry much about super hot sun or heavy rain. But granted, other countries as well, macam Hong Kong, they do experience heavy rain as well. And hence why I think that's what Dr. Wee Ka Siong is actually saying, that the word comprehensive needs to be in there. Yes, we have a good public transportation network. For instance, contoh macam I from Kota Damansara, I could easily hop on a train and go to KLCC dengan hanya tukar train sekali. So basically, I need to go to one station and then I take another train to go to KLCC. I tak payah worry about paying the parking fees of KLCC. I tak payah risau about the traffic jam, granted orang ramai, but still the access is there. And to be honest, I tak payah nak, under the hot sun ataupun under the heavy rain, because my route, at least my route specifically, is covered under building ataupun underground. And that's why I think Malaysia is slowly moving towards this, to make sure that people are taken care of in regards to that sense. But I masih lagi nak tegaskan, Melvin, kita kena belajar. We have to start. Kita tak boleh nak manja sangat dengan orang yang dah biasa turun kereta depan kedai, because one way or another, you need to go through this, and it can be a good culture of a walking culture. Hari tu baru kita cover obesity. We have fat people in Malaysia. This is to also encourage people to live better, don't you think? You penat kan? You nak dengar cakap tu kan?
Okay. I just want to show my. Okay, I feel better. I have my quite successful 12 to 8 p.m. Diet.
But coming back to this, I mean, like you yourself, you say that okay, mungkin it's a bit of an inconvenience because of the hot sun or the heavy rain. But truth be told, I mean, do you think that is something that Malaysians should look forward to in the next 5 to 10
I
years
actually look
of a
forward
better
for a
transportation?
better transportation system.
Mhm.
That's why I always encourage my colleagues, those who say no, don't drive if you can't. Uh, Especially parking in the city is very expensive.
Mhm.
All right. Of course, the inconveniences like the last few days it's been raining heavy. I mean, I have this soft heart. I say, okay, today we leave early. We leave early
Mhm.
at 4:30 before storms comes in. I don't want anyone to caught in the big storm. So, but of course,
Mm.
not everyone's all bosses like me lah.
You haven't sent ma. You very haven't sent one. That's why.
Yeah. But it's true. I mean, that's why I say you experience caught in a jam in a car, congested with heavy rain, and you want to pee, and you experience that. And bear in mind, I have also experienced not because I want to pee, but I was wet. Not in the car,
Mm.
but I was totally wet. I without an umbrella. I was on the 5 foot way,
Mhm.
and then it's there. I mean, I had to hold on for half an hour there to wait for rain to get lighter to continue going back to
Yeah.
somewhere else. So it's actually when it's terrible feeling with whole soaked with wet, cold, and kind of things. You want to get sick this way. Honestly, you don't want to get
Yeah.
MC this way.
Yeah, I mean, like, we have other things to worry about. So that's why, I mean, no, it is something that we Malaysians should embrace moving forward. Because
Yeah,
kita bukannya nak kata, oh, only the kaya lah can drive into KL. Only the have one lah can actually pay for the congestion fees. Why the congestion fees are in place? Again, to my understanding, at least to my own thinking, is that it's to encourage people to fully utilize our public transportation. Having said that, kita tak nak public transportation kita, kereta api tiba-tiba tak berjalan. Remember those cases orang kena keluar
yes,
kereta api yang jalan suddenly like breakdown lah and then stuck in the tunnel lah and everything. We need to make sure that all of that problems will not surface when we when we promote people to use this. Itu je very, very important. Correct,
true,
Melvin?
true. Yes, and make sure. I think maintenance is very important. We
Yeah.
have this is sometime last year. We have these stations where the roof was already broken with holes
Mm.
when the complaint came in when it was doing heavy rain. It was
Yeah.
it was the waterfall. I think we brought it in one of those.
Commuter. It was the commuter station, the one that we
Yes,
covered. I remember this one.
yeah.
Yes.
So it's like features like compared to Chunky. I compared it to Chunky.
Changi Airport, that one. Yeah.
I say Changi Airport spend millions of dollars. They should not. They should have copy our concept. Just put some holes on the roof and you get it.
Yeah,
So I
exactly. I
think
mean,
yes, maintenance is very important. So that we would have one day, rely on public transport. So the city would less congested. And I like the words.
yeah,
Instead, call it congestion fees. Call it environment fees.
environment fees. Yeah. I
Yeah.
think that has a better marketing name to it. And at least
Yeah,
it
because
gives people kesedaran lebih sebenarnya.
yeah, I know less people thumbing rubbish from the car. The exhaust
Mm,
pipe, I mean, is less and everything. It's good for the
yeah.
environment actually. Yeah.
So we do hope that all parties actually, not just the government, the governing body who's handling all the public transportation, at least also for us, the public yang nak menggunakan public transportation ni, give it a try, give it, give it a try lah, actually. And to be honest, Melvin, even right now, if you actually pass through all of the train station that is outside of
Mm.
KL, you got your Sungai Buloh lah apa, parking penuh tau. So memang orang
Yes,
ramai
yes.
pakai sebenarnya. A lot of people are actually using
Actually, I
these
want to
public
bring that it's not
transportation to
enough.
go to work.
Actually,
And
they should
yeah,
extend it. Not enough.
yeah.
And
So
feeder bus.
and feeder bus as well. So
Yeah.
frequency needs to be raised lebih efficiently, and more trains need to be given, or should I say should be in operation to handle all of this
Yes.
capacity of people using it. Sebab kalau you nak promote, tapi kalau you ada satu train, you nak promote sejuta orang, doesn't make sense as well. So yeah, hopefully it will get that balance down the line. But please don't make us wait too long sampai I punya anak pun dah ada anak kan. So come on, Malaysia. we can do this much better. All right,
All
jumping into
right.
the second topic, we do want to bring this this matter as well. This is actually a public service announcement, as what Melvin has actually mentioned as well while we were talking on the first topic, is that the rainy season is still here. It's still going strong, and it has been reported by the Meteorology Malaysia, Met Malaysia, is that rains will not stop until middle of May. So please brace yourself for flash floods. My question is, kenapa kita kena berjaga-jaga tentang apa banjir ni je? Banjir ni macam kita duduk KL lah, bukannya kita duduk kampung mana-mana. Kenapa masih lagi have to be careful of banjir?
Okay, first thing, we can't fight against the will of gods. It's acts of gods. The rain came, and of course, we had to also pay attention more to. I mean, it's those 10 years ago. People talk about climate change. They say, "No, what's this climate change? What happens here?" It is happening. First, also we humans is also why we have to be cautious and take care. Stop dumping rubbish, clog the drains. How about now? Everyone should change our lifestyle. Make sure you pack your things in a bay and dispose. Do not throw things out from the window anywhere, because a lot of times we got fresh floods because drains. I mean, our drains. I mean, it's not big enough to carry a sudden heavy rainfall, and coupled with all this rubbish that's clogged in.
Yeah,
you have it. Last week, I saw this posting from one of the aduns from Subang. Clean up the drain, the restaurant's waste, that grease. My God, I thought it was big stones, but it's actually grease came out from all the restaurants.
Yeah, I saw that video. Yes.
Yeah. So it's something that it should not happen at all in the first place. This contributes 90% to the floods. The water can't go. You went fly over the last time we shared. Fly over also got floods because they can't release the water fast enough.
Yeah.
Even like what we did when Penang opened up the highest irradiated flyover, people start to dump rubbish.
Yeah. It's yeah.
I think we are more the humans ourselves is more to worry. I mean, as an enemy to this issue.
Itulah. I mean, like we've already covered this topic so many times. We blame development. We blame construction sites. We blame us humans, because at the end of the day, kenapa jadinya banjir ni? It's not because of God's will. God doesn't want us to live underwater. If not, we will become fish. It's so easy as that. Apa yang buat masalah ni is that the people themselves, because of greed, because of laziness, because of wanting the best things in their life without figuring out the consequences of what could actually happen. And itu masalahnya sekarang in KL. We're experiencing floods in pavilion. Okay, we're talking about smack in the center where people are buying their Louis Vuitton lah, their Gucci's lah, their Pradas and whatever lah. You got an S-class, air sampai ke bumbung. Okay, dia bukan pilih. Okay, banjir dia tak pilih kancil dia tau.
It's true. It's true. I mean, it's just a corner of my office.
Yeah.
So
and the funny thing is,
buy over the yachts.
Yeah, mungkin kita perlukan yacht ataupun boat parking depan valet in front of pavilion, to make it easier for you to actually travel. But this is a no joking matter, to be honest, because again right now you say that kerajaan kena buat ni, kenapa diorang nak kejar kekayaan. You yourself, you look at what you have done seriously, because again everything has a domino effect. Kalau you sendiri tak jaga whatever it is that you're doing, how do you expect other people to actually following the same suit? Contohnya, I give you as simple as throwing a cigarette butt down on the road. Alah, kecil je satu je. But imagine if 1 million people did the same thing as what you did, you would have 1 million cigarette butts, mounting maybe as high as Mount Everest. So it's all about mentality. It's all about really, really understanding what's going on and do your part. I dah ranting dah ni, Marvin. I kena sabar ni sebenarnya.
Sabar. I think it's Friday cool. It's Friday.
Exactly. Patut Friday kita tenang. Patut Friday kita chill. Tapi I dah macam marah dah ni. So, but okay.
The day is all men in rage.
Exactly. But like just wanted to ask your opinion about this flash floods. Again, why is it called flash floods? It's because it can happen very quickly in a very short period of time. Hence why it's called flash floods. Tapi you think, di BKL, you kan nak jadi adun ataupun MP Bukit Bintang kan sebenarnya. Apa yang kita kena perlu buat? I mean, do we need a bigger drains? Do we need better drainage? What is actually do we need?
Okay, we do probably need to redo the drainage, make it deeper. All right. We need to have a better maintenance program. Because my also means with those agencies that we work, they have schedule. Okay, 1 week we do, 1 month we clean the roads and drain. But during certain periods of draining season, you have to do more often.
Yeah.
All right. And then it's always in the city. I mean, in Bukit Bintang, let's say in the city, you have to go around so-called those F&B outlets. Make sure they have grease traps. All right. Make sure they throw away rubbish, whatever the waste, in a proper manner. The trucks come in and pick up. So all this have to be regulated. And of course, we have massive development here around my corner. TRX is still under development. Make sure they do not dump all this building waste into the drain. And make sure, of course, they don't dump it elsewhere. That's what we say. You travel probably in Selangor or travel to Negeri Sembilan and dump it.
Purposely, right? I won't throw it behind my house, but I throw it behind some other people's houses.
Other states, is happening
yeah,
also. So we must work hand in hand to control. We can't blame TPKL. We only can blame TPKL if they do not work.
Yeah.
But we must have, as a MP, must have work together with a scheduled time and so-called hand in hand. Then of course throw in, this is the schedule what you should do. That's why I also sometimes I say the MP or Arjun should also work closely, not just once in a while, every 6 months have meeting, or what is your just bring up what is your weakness. You didn't do this, you didn't do that. Give suggestions how to implement it, how to monitor it. This is what I would do if I have a chance to be the MP.
Okay. Itu adalah kalau you nak buat perubahan. Those are the things that should you want to make changes within your community, within your area, within your constitution, within your constituents or your area. But now the fact that the flash flood warnings has been they have been announced, what would you advise the people out there to be careful of? Due to the fact that flash floods are to happen until middle of May. Apakah nasihat yang you nak bagi kepada mereka?
Probably have extra clothing with you.
Yeah, extra kasut maybe, stokin.
Kasut, probably raining, just change into a slipper or something like that and make your kasut.
No, pakai Pocukang punya boots.
Pocukang boots, okay. But bear in mind, if you are working attires, you have one expensive tie or the shoes cost you $300-400 and it's got soaked in the wet. I tell you, that's the disaster. I don't think those leather shoes when you got so-called soaked in the water, you dry it out, or you would, I think it's out of this, defigure the shoes already. So have extra umbrella. I always tell my colleagues, hey, bring your umbrella. I also have provide extra umbrellas in the office. It's just in case. I think make sure you bring back the next day lah, not for others to use.
And make sure kalau you nak beli umbrella, janganlah beli yang RM3-4 punya kan. Belilah something that is stronger, Rams, because you know why? You don't want your umbrella to give way while you are in the rain. Imagine you tengah pegang umbrella pun bocor kan sebab you kedekut tengah beli RM4 punya umbrella.
The rains, heavy rain just don't come with rains. It's also the wind as well. I've seen umbrella when they fold up, they actually fold up.
Yeah, exactly. You bukan nak takung air, okay? You bukan nak tadah air tu. You nak lindungi diri you from the rain. So please, Malaysians, especially people who are living in areas where the prone of flash floods happening. Yes.
Okay, I want to ask. You have children. You have a kid 12 years old.
Yeah.
All right. In my young days, I used to walk to school.
Yeah.
All right. I take about 15 minutes to the school.
Sebab time you kereta tak ada lagi, you still ada wheelbarrow je zaman you.
We actually walk to school. Okay, my parents would say, okay, make sure you have a raincoat or umbrella. Even school teachers, make sure you have a raincoat or umbrella. Do you all still do that?
I mean, like, I do send my kid to school anyway. I do send her personally. All pampered. No, we very atas one lah. She got driver.
No MRT, no social transport. We just add the subject.
Kan, okay, tak
I
apa.
caught you in
Kita
it.
jangan, we don't dwell on that anymore because why we want to talk about the Act Now and the community, on the wonderness and the magicalness of the Act Now mobile community app. Make sure you guys download the app on the Google Play Store as well as the Apple App Store for you guys to contribute to become a better member of your community and society. I tak boleh nak share gambar ni, Melvin, because again, the technical issues has actually gone into that point. But share with us,
Oh,
what is the story? We can paint the picture right now. Apa cerita
okay.
yang
It's
kita nak
actually
bawa this time around?
we received recently about those in the Taman, those tents that were set up for Chinese New Year.
Okay.
To sell the Chinese New Year's goodies, fruits, and whatever it is. It's understandable because DBKL do give you, I think, 2 weeks or 1 month before that you can actually, just I think Hari Raya coming, they will approve you, set up certain date. But then after Chinese New Year, a month later after Chinese New Year, those tents are still on the roadside. Right.
Okay.
And this come in because tents is there, but it's an obstruction because second thing is because of this heavy rain season. The tents being a tent is a 20 by 20 feet tent. There's no strong so-called foundation that pull in. It can actually blown off.
Yeah.
All right, in a heavy wind, so it will cause dangers to the traffic, to the people, that pedestrians and all these things. So it came in, and then DBKL act very fast and took it down.
Yeah.
So
it
what
yeah
I'm trying to
yeah.
say, Raya is coming, the fasting is coming, so you see a lot of tents every now. And then what we say, monsoon would not end till mid of May.
Yep.
So I will see some dangers point of that being blown off, and the whole stores and all these things.
I think we've covered this during I had the while I was actually doing a news for my RTM gig. We were under heavy rain in Taman Tun where a
Is it
few
December?
of the actually no, it wasn't December. It was sometime in May last year. And a few of tents actually flew off. Okay, we're talking about tent terbang, okay, because the angin was so strong due to the fact of it was like crazy weather that was happening during that time. But what?
And then sometimes not the rain. I mean, 2 days before Chinese New Year, when I bypass Ipoh in the morning, and then in the evening, one of the Taman, they have this cyclones.
Oh yeah, I saw that coverage as well.
All the bubong of the house, it was all destroyed.
So what we want to say is that specifically for the Act Now and the community, we just want to highlight that for people, again, don't think that people don't care about what happens in your community. We got spies already. We got people running around with their mobile phones, having the Act Now mobile community app to actually take pictures of your wrongdoings. Okay,
we don't have spies. We don't need spies. We have ambassadors, good people.
Ambassadors, okay. Better usage of word. Yeah, spies tu mungkin bunyi jahat sikit lah. So yeah, we have ambassadors who want to make a better community within their own community. That is very, very cool about that one. Alright, we come to the end of the show. Granted, kita dah lambat sikit start, so kita lambat sikit habis. But thank you so much, guys, for joining us. Come Monday, we got another edition of YB Sehari with us. We got a special guest that is not from this part of Malaysia, but he's actually from the island of Borneo. Nak tahu siapakah dia, nak tahu what we're going to be talking about. That's where both Melvin and I will be together with this YB Sehari candidate on the show. All right, Melvin, we'll see each other back on Monday.
I see you. Take care. Have a good weekend.
Take care. You too. Bye. All right, guys. Mio Adlan here signing out. Thank you so much for joining us on today's episode, on today's edition of Act Now Hot Issue, What's for Lunch. Hope you guys have a great weekend ahead and santai-santai selalu, chill-chill je. Kalau hujan tu, tolong jangan mengambil kesempatan untuk melakukan benda-benda yang tak elok. Take care of yourself and your family members. Very, very important. We'll see you guys back on Monday on the special episode of YB Sehari. Take care now. Goodbye.